What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. So before we kick off with this video, I've got some exciting news for you guys, a bit of an announcement. Grant from Final Touch has kindly offered a giveaway for you guys through me and him. One of you guys commented on one of my recent posts on Instagram about doing a detailed, deep car clean to get your car back to the way it used to be, you know, nice and shiny, clean on the inside, all that kind of thing, and how to do it properly. And Grant's been bugging me for ages about making a video like this and about teaching me how to do it properly for my Sylvia for the future. So I hit him up and he wants to do a giveaway. So how you guys can enter the giveaway is first and most important things is you need to like Final Touch on Facebook and Instagram. So here they are here, Final Touch, Facebook. I'll just open up Instagram for you. Oh, my camera focus. Final Touch Instagram. If you want to, you can also follow Grant, because Grant posts some awesome things of detailing and stuff on here as well. And then the last thing is you need to share my YouTube page. You can do this on Instagram or Facebook, I don't mind. You just have to send me a screenshot on my Instagram, which is AlexWBerry, showing me that you've liked all three things and have shared my YouTube channel, and you can be in to win the competition. So basically what you're receiving is a small interior clean, so we're gonna, you know, give your car a good vacuum on the inside, maybe some dash care products, etc., get it nice and shiny, and then a cut and polish on the outside. Obviously there's a certain extent to which we can go to. We can't do a full color correction on your car where we have to sand back everything, because we want to do this in sort of a day's time frame. So there is within reason to which extent we are going to go on your car, but it should come back looking 100 times better than it was. So you have to be able to get there, obviously. So if you're from Hamilton, up north or whatever, it's based in Auckland. So if you're not in Auckland, sorry, you can't be in the draw to win the detailing thing unless you can get your car there at the arranged date, because we can't afford to have you guys not show up. But if you're not from Auckland, I will do something else. I might do like a likewise shifter giveaway or a steering wheel or something. I'll come up with more details about that. So if you're not from Auckland, if you're in Australia, America, down south in New Zealand, whatever, you can still enter this competition. So basically with that, once you've liked Final Touch on Instagram and on Facebook and shared my YouTube channel, then you guys are in the draw to win. We will do a video either live or I'll film it where we put all the names into a hat or something like that, and I'll get someone random like my dad or something to pull a name out so you guys know that it is random. Obviously we'll do one for the Auckland lot or whoever can make it for the detailing, and then we'll do another lot for the people that can make it for the shifter. So basically we'll probably do one draw and then I'll flick you guys a mail on Instagram or something like that and saying that you've won the competition, do you want the detail or the shifter, and then I'll draw another name until we can find someone that can make it to do the Auckland detail. So yeah, get sharing guys, like everyone's stuff. Grant from Final Touch, so Auckland region and his Instagram, and share my YouTube and you're in the draw. And now back to the video. Hello and welcome back to another video. You need a wave. Today we are working on Jess's car again. We're trying to clean up this rear subframe to put it back in the car, and we're doing something a little different. We don't really have the funds to strip it and paint it, like powder coat it, so we're trying this stuff here. Try not to get it on my hands. Hammer finish. It's like a rust protector paint stuff, and we're literally just brushing it on as Jess is doing there. So we're going to do this whole subframe and then we'll show you what it looks like when it's finished. Are you excited?
Very excited.
Arts and crafts? Here it is. So Jess and I just did the whole bottom side of the subframe, so obviously before we can turn it over and do the other side, we have to let it dry. But if you notice from the video, the way that we were doing it was just like dabbing it on instead of brushing it to try to get the wrinkly effect, because we're trying to hide, you know, like the imperfections in the subframe. And this is basically what it's coming out like as it's drying. You can see some areas where it's thicker than others, but kind of gives like this textured effect. It's going to be all silvery when it dries, and then we're just going to go over it with a spray can and get it sort of like a blacky colour like this to sort of make it look a bit more natural like a subframe. But this stuff should help protect and stop rust and just tidy up the subframe, so if anybody's under there working on it, or Jess is ever trying to sell it, it looks all pretty instead of being black and brown and rusty. So we'll just let the Hammerite stuff take off a wee bit, so now we're going to go over it with our black Hammerite spray can and just sort of give it this finish here, just on this little corner, just so it's not so bright and shiny like this side, and let it dry. Jess is going to film. Always shake your can. We did miss some bits, but with the brush on stuff.
Human.
Huh?
So it's only human to miss things.
It's just not good enough, Jessica.
Fuck you, Alex.
Look a bit better.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Oh. Some of these bits are hard to get. So obviously now we're just going to let that dry, let it tack off, so we can flip it over, brush the other side, spray paint the other side, and she's done. So I've flipped the subframe over, now the other side's all dry, and you can see how bad it is, or dirty and rusty. And so now we're going to do this side. That's where we've coated, this is where we haven't. So I'll put you guys back up there. We'll coat it, we'll paint it, and then see the overall end result. So Jess and I have just finished brushing up the other side, the top side now, so we're just going to let that set. Here it is, all finished. And then, yeah, we'll let it tack off and then we'll go over it again with our black spray paint just so it's not all shiny and silver. But yeah, we'll let that tack off and then I'll spray it and let it dry again and we'll go through the whole thing once it's all finished. So I've just spray painted the whole subframe now, so we're just going to let it dry again, and I'm just going to walk through exactly what we did and how to do this yourself. So obviously first things first, you want to clean as much of the rust and all the dirt off the subframe as you can, and then you saw Jess and I dabbed on that Hammerite stuff. Basically it's like a corrosion protector and it's quite thick and tacky, so if you're doing it, make sure you cover your driveway. Make sure you cover anything that you don't want to get that paint on because it'll be hard to get off. And then yeah, we sprayed it with the black spray can. It was also the same thing, just to give it a different colour because we don't want it to be bright silver underneath the car. So once this dries, you can kind of see the texture here. This should be nice and solid. It shouldn't get any stone chips or anything like that, and it should stop rust coming through and it'll look nice under a car. So a bit of an overview of the whole thing. Obviously the correct way to do this would be to pull everything out, but we're trying to save a little bit of time and it's not going to matter. You'll be able to break all these bolts free, the ones that we've painted over with tools and stuff anyway, so it's not a huge deal. But if you're on a bit of a time frame and you want to do it on a budget, I'd fully recommend doing it this way. I think I paid maybe $50 for all the paint and the brushes, and that saves you having to send your stuff away to powder coating, sandblasting, all that kind of thing, and it's simple to do yourself. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Well, how does the end go?
What?
The end of the video. What do you say at the end of a video?
I don't know.
Like,
comment, subscribe.
and we'll see you in the next one.